Frankenstein's creation, a modern horror tale. In the quiet and secluded town of Ingolstadt, Germany, there lived a brilliant but reclusive scientist named Victor Frankenstein. He was known far and wide for his unrelenting pursuit of knowledge, his thirst for the secrets of life itself. The townsfolk spoke of him in hushed whispers, speculating on the strange and unholy experiments taking place in his secluded laboratory. Victor had always been a curious and ambitious individual. From a young age, he had delved into the world of science, pushing the boundaries of human understanding. His quest led him to the study of alchemy, medicine, and the secrets of the natural world. But it was in his relentless exploration of these fields that Victor became consumed by a singular, obsessive goal: the creation of life. He believed that through his experiments, he could unlock the secrets of immortality and reshape the very nature of existence. As the years passed, Victor's experiments grew increasingly daring and secretive. He poured his heart and soul into his work, conducting experiments that tested the limits of ethics and morality. He became a recluse, shutting himself away from the world and alienating those who had once been close to him. In the depths of his laboratory, Victor Frankenstein embarked on a journey into the realms of life and death. He collected body parts from various sources, assembling a grotesque and disfigured creation that was stitched together from the remnants of the deceased. With a mad glint in his eyes, Victor harnessed the power of electricity to breathe life into his creation. In a storm-ridden night, as lightning cracked across the sky, his experiment succeeded, and the creature came to life. As the creature awoke to consciousness, it was met with a world of pain and confusion. It had no memories, no understanding of its existence, and no identity. It was a patchwork of human parts, a twisted amalgamation of life. The creature's appearance was a grotesque reflection of Victor's obsession. It was a towering, misshapen being with yellowed eyes and a wretched countenance. The creature's inhumanity horrified even its creator, who had not fully comprehended the monstrosity he had brought into the world. As the creature grappled with its newfound existence, it sought answers and a sense of purpose. It wandered the countryside, observing the world from the shadows, learning about human nature through encounters with villagers and travelers. It longed for connection and understanding, but was met with fear and rejection at every turn. The creature's longing for acceptance turned into resentment and bitterness. It blamed Victor Frankenstein for its miserable existence, for the torment it endured as an outcast of society. The creature's heart festered with a desire for vengeance against its creator. Victor, too, had suffered in the wake of his creation. He had seen the consequences of his obsession, and he lived in constant fear of the monstrous being he had brought to life. He was haunted by guilt, knowing that he had played God and unleashed a living nightmare upon the world. As the creature's desire for revenge intensified, it left a trail of destruction in its wake. It sought out Victor, driven by a need to make him understand the suffering it had endured and to exact a terrible price for the life it had been cursed with. The relentless pursuit of vengeance led the creature to the icy wilderness of the Arctic, where it finally confronted Victor Frankenstein. The two adversaries faced each other in a desolate landscape, where the frigid winds howled with a sense of impending doom. Their final confrontation was a tragic and fateful one. The creature, tormented by its existence, demanded that Victor create a companion for it, another being like itself to end its loneliness. Victor, realizing the horrors of his actions, refused to comply with the creature's request, fearing that another such creation would bring more suffering to the world. In a climactic and heartbreaking moment, the creature, consumed by anguish and rage, vowed to take revenge not just on Victor, but on all of humanity. It disappeared into the icy wilderness, leaving Victor in a state of despair and regret. The story of Victor Frankenstein and his monstrous creation serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the consequences of playing with the forces of life and death. It is a story of isolation, rejection, and the tragic consequences of cruelty and neglect. As the tale concludes, the legacy of Frankenstein lives on, a haunting reminder of the pursuit of knowledge at any cost and the creation of monsters, both literal and metaphorical. The echoes of this classic horror story continue to reverberate through the ages, a timeless cautionary tale that reminds us of the fine line between creation and destruction, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge that can lead to the most horrifying of outcomes. The creature, now alone in the vast expanse of the Arctic, grappled with its existence. It felt the weight of its monstrosity and the burden of its actions. It had become a symbol of rejection and the consequences of tampering with the boundaries of life. In its solitude, the creature sought solace in literature, finding a copy of Milton's Paradise Lost. The epic poem resonated with the creature, who saw parallels between itself and the fallen angel, Satan. It pondered the question of whether it was inherently evil or driven to malevolence by the cruelty it had faced. As the creature's days in the Arctic grew colder, it came to terms with its existence and the futility of its vengeance. It longed for a sense of closure and resolution. It began to keep a journal, chronicling its experiences and the philosophical questions that plagued its mind. It contemplated the nature of humanity, the consequences of its actions, and the fragile balance between creator and creation. The tale of Victor Frankenstein and his creation endures as a testament to the power of literature to explore the depths of human nature and the consequences of tampering with the unknown. It is a story that continues to captivate and terrify, inviting us to ponder the boundaries of science, morality, and the dark corners of the human psyche. As the story concludes, the legacy of Frankenstein remains a chilling reminder of the pursuit of knowledge at any cost and the creation of monsters, both literal and metaphorical. It serves as a haunting cautionary tale that continues to captivate and terrify, offering a timeless exploration of the consequences of unchecked ambition and the boundaries of human understanding.